is like amazing quality, but the way you present it to the people, it has to be like more presented towards the younger people, and
Right.
that's where we came in, and we just reinvented the company image, and we made everything more modern. We redesigned everything, and we started to become involved in social medias. We started to sell on Amazon and pretty much be more out there.
So I'm curious, was it difficult to convince your father to just let it go and now you are in charge? Because, I mean, I'm asking this because many entrepreneurs, business today have that issue. Parents are the founders and then, time changes and then they say, no, that's not the way that you should be doing this. Well, it was a difficult moment. Some arguing, because your father should be attached also to the business.
Yes, he's very attached to it. Actually, it was difficult for him because he's very passionate about cooking. He's passionate about creating new products. So he's always coming up with something new, something new. So when it was time for us to be in charge, we decided to just focus on our bestseller things, which is the mangoes, the chili gummies, and the pistachios. So he always keeps on trying to like bring new things. And we always have to tell him, Dad, we just got to focus on this. And then sometimes he has to remind himself that, okay, I gave you guys the opportunity to lead the business. So, okay.
And what about the mother? We're talking about father, but what about your mother, Jazmin?
My mom is a lot more like open-minded, so she trusts our judgment. So like she was excited about the whole Amazon and the new look. We changed from traditional to like a Ziploc bag and things like that. So those are little things that we changed. So she gets excited whenever she sees like the new things that we come up with. And my dad is more like old school, so he's kind of like, yeah, it looks nice, but it looks more traditional this way.
Yeah, interesting. So how do you make the candies? I mean, what's the process?
Depending on the candy, but if we talk about the mangoes, we already buy it dehydrated and sliced. So what we do is we get it and we flavor coat it. So we have different flavors. We have a mild, we have medium spicy, and then we have spicy. And then we give it that flavor. And then once it's done, then we put it into the packaging line. And then we package it, and then it goes out to be sold.
How is it done? You have a kitchen? How do you process?
Oh, we have a machine. It's a tumbler where we put the mango slices, and then it just keeps on turning. And then we add the ingredients, the flavors that we want, the colors, and then we let it mix. And then once everything is mixed, we bring it out, and then it's done.
But you what? No heat, no ovens, nothing?
No, since before we used to, when we were making many things like jams, and my dad would make dulce de leche. That we did have heat, but we moved those out of, and then we just stay with whatever is chili coating right now.
So, and then you mix everything, and then you put it where? I mean,
we put it in racks. We have racks where we put on trays. We put the mango that's already flavored, and we just let it rest for one day.
So, how many products do you have today?
We have around 12 products, but the more like agriculture, like known to Mexico, are our mangoes and our pistachios. And recently we've added our chili coated gummies.
Okay, so and how do they look? It's like a regular candy that we buy at any store, or they are different?
No, they're different. We have our each mango has like its different packaging. So we have mango enchilado, which is our mild chili coated one. That one is red. And then we have our chamoy coated one, and that one is orange. And then we have our mango oscuro, which is mild as well, and that one is on the darker, like tamarindo taste. And then we have mango agridulce, which is our spicier mangoes.
Okay, so this is a traditional candy. How have you evolved the concept into more appealing to the modern days, the USA market, bilingual market, and everybody?
What we've tried to do is we modernize the packaging, and we try to appeal to younger generations, more of a Hispanic that come from Mexican parents, but maybe they were born here in the U.S., so we know that they like to speak English and maybe Spanglish, but our packaging is presented in English, so we can have not just Hispanics, but we also have a lot of the new generation trying to try new experiences, new things. They become more open in recent years to try things out of their own culture. So that's something that's helped us a lot. So
what about the packaging? Because I can see that the colors are very vivid.
Yes, we try to use vibrant colors because Mexican traditional colors they're vibrant, they're colorful, so they have to be appealing for people.
I am reading here in the package, it says mango enchilada, and you have even an area to open it. So it's kind of, this is a very sophisticated packaging. So it looks modern and actually very appealing and tasty. So, oh my god, I want to try this.
Yes, we try to make it for the people that more the on the go lifestyle because right now everybody's super busy and then they don't have time to sit down at a table and then enjoy candy. So we just did whatever we could to try to make sure that they are able to enjoy candy on the go.
So what does it say here? How do you describe this particular candy in your bag?
Oh, this particular candy, we call it mango enchilado because since it's Mexican traditional, I'm not going to translate it into other languages. We're going to call it mango enchilado because that's what it is. But like on the description, we describe it as soft, chewy, dehydrated mango slices, coated in a sweet and sour layer, and topped off with our original spice blend. So that's something that can be appealing for somebody to maybe want to try it once they read it.
Have you seen people from a different ethnicities trying your product?
Yes.
Not only...
We've seen Caucasian people, they've tried it. They always think that Mexican candy is going to be super spicy, super salty. And then when they try our candies, they always tell us, oh my God, I never eat Mexican candy, or I never like to eat the mango because it's always hard or spicy, but I actually like this one.
So it was difficult to adapt and the process because, I mean, I imagine that before you were selling the same candies with different packaging, but now you went into the English language to present it. And the process was difficult, like you went from, let's say, full Spanish to complete English and different packaging. And what happened in those the first batch that you put on the market was like, oh my God, we're not selling one. Something is wrong here. Let's go back to the Mexican flag and some, Spanish there.
No, actually, it wasn't very difficult because we're at a time where, like I said, the younger generation, they're willing to try new things and they're willing to try new experiences. So we were planning on stopping the traditional line and then maybe just focus on the modern. But what we learned is that there's a market for both. So
Right.
there's people that prefer their traditional looking candy, and then there's the newer generation that prefers the modern candy. So we have both. Although we have the modern one, we also sell the traditional packaging in more traditional stores.
Oh, so you have different vendors and you make different packages for different areas and demographics?
Exactly, yes. Like it depends on the store, the individual store. So if the store thinks that they have maybe older generation, so when they see the traditional, they'll remember more of their childhood. So then they'll want the traditional packaging.
Where do you package it?
We package it in our plants in downtown LA.
Same warehouse? So you have a place where you, let's say, quote unquote, cooked, and then you package it.
Yes.
And then you distribute it.
Exactly. Yes.
So it's very active. I guess you get very tired at 6, 7 p.m.
Yes, we are. Actually, we make sure that by 3 p.m. we're out.
Tell me about Colibri. Why the name and what is actually Colibri?
The reason why my parents named Colibri was because when they were making the candy at home and my dad would make the experiments like to taste it, my little brother would always go up and he would be like, oh, like I want to taste. So then my dad would give him a little taste of the candy. And he's like, oh, you look like a hummingbird. Just come and nick it and then you leave. So that's where the name Colibri came because of my little brother. He's like, you remind me of the hummingbird. So he named it Dulces Colibri.
How would you define Colibri, the business?
For right now, Colibri is the objective of Colibri is to make sure that the world knows and is able to taste traditional Mexican candy at the quality that Mexico is able to produce. So many times Mexico gets referred to not in a very positive way when it comes to quality in candy. And we just want to make sure that everybody knows that Mexico and all Latin America is also able to produce some great products and some amazing tasting things.
Let us know what exactly you do in a day as a business. So what you guys do, you make candies or traditional Mexican candies or sweets, and then you retail them. Explain us a little bit your business model.
So normally, my older brother, and my little brother, they produce the candy, so they do the whole process of like packaging and of the producing and stuff. And then from there, they pass it to us, which is my mom, my aunt, and me. And we package them and we put them in packets. They come in 12. So either we put them like in a pack or in a strip. And then from there, we zip them and then we put it in pallets and stuff. And then we go and see like our orders. And then we also do bulk. So we package them like 25 pounds and then 5 pounds. And then depending on who orders what, then we have them ready to ship and distribute.
So you do retailing also.
Yes.
Okay, so you do e-commerce and retailing. So, okay, so what is more difficult? Getting into the retailing space or selling through e-commerce, Amazon, whatever? What's your take on that?
I think selling on retail is the most difficult because you actually have to be in a location from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then you have to open when you say that you're going to be open, and you have to close until you say you're going to close, and then you got to wait for customers to come into your store. And then e-commerce is much easier because you can reach many, many more people online, and then you don't have to be in one place the whole time. So you just put your products that are available, and then you just you got to make sure you advertise to the right people.
So you do retail, correct? So you have your candies in different stores or just your own store?
No, actually, we don't quite do retail. We do wholesale. We sell to retailers.
Okay,
but
wholesaling.
we sell to little stores, but we only do wholesale. Yeah.
And so that means that your business has growth substantially.
Yeah, from when we started, yes, we have grown. We have gotten many more customers, and we've become more of a known brand especially in downtown LA. Like that's where people know us the most.
That's incredible. From the time that your mother started doing manual stuff and walking probably to the laundromat, to la lavanderia or whatever. Now when I heard Jazmin saying that, you put the candies on pallets, that means that your distribution now has grown and now it's substantially bigger. How big is your business today? Do you have employees? You have vans? You have, offices, warehouse? How is it today?
Right now we have a warehouse, and the employees is like just us family.
Oh, it's still a family-run
yeah, it's
business.
just like a family.
It's
yeah,
amazing.
So,
no fights.
Here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah.
But always sweet fights.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything is operated from your warehouse.
Yes.
Okay, so now, what is the most important experience in your field?
I think all the ups and downs, they kind of have to come in order for you to grow. So like the loss that we had from the bakery kind of helped us to see more, be more open-minded and see the business to grow more. Because if it was a smaller place, I think we wouldn't have pursued the growth that we have now.
You will focus on that bakery and you wouldn't think about expanding or growing the way that you are doing today, because sometimes brick and mortar tight you up because you have to pay the rent, you have to have clients and all that stuff, and you forget about a wider horizon, that is, in front of you.
Yeah, the bigger picture, yeah.
The bigger picture. That's so interesting. So what's maybe we know it already, but what's the worst mistake you have done in your business?
I don't think there's just been one. There's been many that we've done, but one of the harshest has been that we've been trusting with people, and my parents are genuinely good people, right? So whenever somebody comes in, they think that they're also going to be good people, and then they're going to have our interests at their heart. But we've learned the hard way that even though other people might be good people, you have to just protect yourself from the beginning. And you got to do things in a legal manner that will make sure that basically sees our interests before any other interests.
Right. Now, I imagine that in this space, the margins are very small, correct? Selling sweets, I mean, is a matter of cents, or how is it?
That's something that actually we've struggled from the very beginning, that we try to sell, especially in downtown LA, because there's so much competition. So whenever we would come into a store and we would offer our candy, we would say, see, we have great quality. The buyer would say, yes, you have great quality, but this guy has it for cheaper. And then people don't want great quality. They want cheaper. And then it's been a hard road to make them understand that, yes, that it's cheaper over there, but we also have a market for people that want high quality products.